Hi everyone, it's Mr. Hoffman, and today we're going to do one more little review of the lines and spaces. This time we're going to be doing lines and spaces together. So not just lines, not just spaces, but identifying lines and spaces in the same worksheet. So let's take a look at our worksheet right here. You'll see that we have 8 four-letter or 4-note passages. And obviously each of these notes has a letter name, and there are going to be 4 notes in each one, so 4 letter names for each one. Just like last time, you are going to click and drag the note, the letter name to the note. And this time, to help you out, blue are space notes, so the ones up here, these up here are space notes, and yellow are line notes. So these are the ones up here. We'll do this first one together, but then you are on your own for the rest of them. So let's review really quick. Let's figure out how to get the letter name of a note. The first thing that we do is we ask this question: is the note on a line or in a space? If the answer is that it is on a line, then when we do the next step, we're only going to count lines. If the answer is that it's on a space, then we will only count spaces in the next step, which is count up from the bottom of the staff until you reach the note. If it's a line note, count lines only. If it's a space note, count spaces only. Then on your hand staff, you're going to count up the same number of lines or spaces while saying the mnemonic phrase. A mnemonic, as a reminder, is a phrase that you say to help you remember something that would be tricky to remember otherwise. So for line notes, you're going to say, every good burger deserves fries. And for space notes, you're going to say, FACE, face in the space. And when you're using your hand staff, of course, your fingers are the lines of the staff. And this is the first line. Your pinky is going to be the first line. Your thumb's going to be on top. That's going to be the 5th line. Then the spaces between your fingers are the spaces on the staff. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then the line notes, of course, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. The letter name you land on with your hand staff is the letter name of the note. So let's do the first one together. All right. The first thing I notice about this first one, and I'm just going to zoom in for your benefit. The first thing that I notice about this first word is that they are all space notes. So I'm just going to remember that real quick. And now I'm going to figure out, okay, which line or which space. I'm going to count up from the bottom and let's see what we get. So 1. Okay, so that first note is on the first space, and I think FACE, face in the space. F. Boom. Right there, first space, that is F. So ooh, don't mean to put more arrows there. So I'm going to take my F, my space note F, and I am going to drag it over. Don't worry about fitting it all in the box. It'll all, as long as it's not way out, I'll know what you mean. You'll see in a second. All right, let's take a look at this second, the second note here. 1, 2, it's in the second space. I go with my hand staff, F, A. So that note is A. And again, I'm just going to click and drag. The next note, let's count it. I bet you can tell what this is already. 1, 2, third space. And so I count on my hand staff, FAC. And the last note in this one, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's in that fourth space. So let's go to the hand staff. F-A-C-E, face in the space. F-A-C-E. E is that fourth space. So then I'm just going to click and drag that over. And I will leave that in there for you because these were all space notes. Let's do one line note real quick. How about we will do the very last note over here. And I'm talking about specifically this note that I just circled. Line or space, that is definitely a line. Let's count up from the bottom, not down from the top, up from the bottom. Very important. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that is on the fourth line. And I am remembering my line notes phrase, and it's every good burger deserves fries. And if you didn't remember that, guess what? It is on this last slide. I put this poster on here again for you. Every good burger deserves fries, EGBDF. And so let's just take a look. Let's do this for real. Get out the hand staff. Remember, your fingers are the lines of the staff. So you're going to go every good burger deserves. Fourth line. So I count up 4. Every good burger deserves fries. And because I landed on deserves, deserves starts with the letter D. And so that note is D. And so I'm just going to go up to the top here. I'm going to grab the letter D, and I'm just going to drag that over. Notice that again, it's not going to be within the box if you put it directly under the note. Don't worry so much about that. Just worry about getting it close. As long as I can tell that you meant that this note on the end is D, then that's totally fine. In fact, I'm actually going to put this one back, and it's going to be partly a video check to see if you watched. All right. Speaking of video checks, what you're going to do to let me know that you watched the video is you are going to find on your first slide, right here in the bottom corner, you're going to find a star. It is white with a white outline, so it's not going to show up against the white background of the slide. But what you're going to do to let me know that you watched the video, and this is going to be for 2 points, is you are going to select it. And if you're having trouble finding the exact place, you can do one of these where you click and drag over a large area and you'll find it there. And then you are going to change the color to black. Just the first one is fine. And that has a 2 in it to let you know that that is 2 points. Thanks so much for watching. If you have any questions, come to office hours or send a message on Google Classroom. Looking forward to seeing what you do, and have a great rest of your day and a great rest of your week. Bye.